Or is it? Did it loot both at once? Anything in here? Don't think I wanted Slop's bucket. Oh, hang on. What's this? Pick up electric discharge. Has that gone straight on there? Understood. It has. I've got... try it out in the puddle of water or steam cloud and see what happens. Okay. I think I can guess what happens. I'll save that for a fight. Oh, so it runs by default. And if you double click, it walks. Is that how it... Oh, that's a much better way of doing it. Excellent. So you don't wear your mouse and your hand out by double clicking everywhere across the map. That's a nice little bonus feature from the first game. Can we click those off? No. Can we drag those off? They seem to be locked. I remember that was the thing in the first game. I used to drag those off a lot. Alright, this is looking good so far. Take it. Oh, nice. Yep, we'll have some health potions. I'm going to guess that standing in the ooze might not be such a great idea. Move a candle into the poison surface or set it on fire to blow up the door. Ah. Oh, we can move the candles? Nice. I'll do it there so I'm nowhere near. Nice. We'll just let that burn out. It's amazing that nobody up the top on the ship has come down to investigate whatever the hell is going on with all the bangs and explosions. That looks nice. A minor healing potion. Actually, it looked more like a major healing potion, but I'm not going to argue. Just make sure we've looted everything. And we did get in here eventually.
Not the most elegant solution, was it?
It's always elegant. Oh, hang on. Can we... I could go and set that sheep on fire. Is this, There's got to be something more to do in here, surely. Surely. Oh, there's a lever there. Was that just a pack of cards? I don't even... What are these things? They're not... I don't know what that was. Looked like a deck of cards. So...
Back where I started.
Yes, was that worth going all the way through there for? I have no idea. Is there anything else I've missed? There is. I'll just check it out. There was also... No, there wasn't. Okay, that is the way through then. Where those stairs seem to be. Are you coming? So I take it, Pan, that your start to the game was a little bit different to mine. Mind you, I mean, I wasn't doing what the game told me. I was just trying things based on what I knew from the first game. Do I have any healing methods? Don't think I do. And there's nothing else. Okay, I wonder what that key is used for. I think we want this. Source muted. We can ping the map. Can we? For multiplayer. I'll have to give this a try in multiplayer at some point. Where's my character gone? Oh, I see. He's going around the top up there. I mean, I could kill the sheep and get some mutton or something from it, but I don't think that's going to be an issue. Yes, let's leave the tutorial deck. I think we've got things understood. Journal updates. Do we need to read the journal updates?
In fact, he seemed quite averse to spending time with the others.
Magister Waters. Who have we got here? Right, she told me to come up here, but before we go... A small tome, a cooking pot, a pot still, a jawless skull, a bucket. I can put it on as a helmet. Shall we put it? We've got to do that. I'm a knight. I'm going to look like a knight as well. I've got to do this. Where's this? Where's the helmet? Get in. That looks just the job. Oh, hang on. Does eating food... Let's see if... Consume. Where's my health? I can't see a health bar there. Oh, down the bottom, middle of the screen. Let's see if this makes any difference. It does, a little bit. I think you can sleep on... Can you sleep on beds in this one? What about sitting on couches? Does that work? No. A gold... Oh, I'm having the gold cup. Shiny. Worth a lot of money. What is that? I'm guessing if it doesn't highlight...
It seems as though there's a pattern.
It doesn't give me any... Doesn't tell me what it's worth. Oh, well, tell you what, we'll nick it and sell it later. I like games where nobody tells you off for stealing stuff. Lay down that comfy looking bed. The one that looks like a torture rack, you mean. Used to read and learn about crafting. Am I going to craft things? Well, let's read and see what happens. Little companion describes how to keep all war gear and machinery up and running, what bolt to tighten, what wheels to oil. You had no idea the maintenance of all this stuff was such a handful.
What a well of knowledge this tome is.
Like the new recipe, oil flask. Okay.
This is such a dear
take it
lending
anyway.
to me.
I don't know if we can send that to other people, other characters to read, or if we ever need to. I will hopefully be able to also sell it. After we've looted everywhere.
Why, you're looking... There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. Every dog has to get used to its leash.
Thank you.
In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs.
What can we sell here? What have I got? She's got... If I put that in, that's worth 53. What are these? Deck of cards? Is it just trash? Okay. Well, let's sell the trash. The jug is trash, but she'll give me some money for it anyway. I don't know whether to pick up all the materials. They do weigh stuff. Think about that. A stained shirt. Oh, I've got... That's a better shirt. Right, I should be wearing that. She has nothing to sell, so... I'll save the gold thing for a proper merchant. There was an actual bed down there, was there? Don't think I noticed that.
You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Yeah, we did the tags. That's okay. We understand that. There was a little accident in the cargo deck. The prisoner's dead.
Is he? Oh, well. Some problems simply sort themselves, don't they?
Lean in and whisper that the Magister suffered a fatal encounter.
She frowns and peers at you closely, resting the back of one hand on your forehead and taking your pulse with the other.
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep. Just take it easy.
That sounds... Yeah, that's good. Right, tell me about this... Oh, I should do the soldier and barbarian thing, maybe. Salute, though. Grunt that you've never seen no wooden cave before. What is this place?
Are you seriously? This is a ship. It floats on water. It is a vessel that allows us to travel the sea.
Not quite Conan the Barbarian, then, who was a well-known and successful pirate.
Index fingers pressed to her lips, she pauses a moment to give you a scrutinizing gander.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too generous with that sedative. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is that we're en route to Fort Joy.
Fort Joy? That sounds like a wonderful place to go on holiday.
A new life awaits, and if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to sauce. For good.
Oh no, we don't want that.
Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those sauce spells of yours? See what happens.
You recall great powers building inside you, the ones that you commanded before your capture. Unleash them. She might be playing... I'll do one. It's highlighted white for some reason.
Currents of magic surge inside you, boiling, bursting, then breaking, only to fade back into your soul like rain into the earth.
My, look at the concentration on your face. All will, but no result.
You mean, look at the concentration on my bucket?
There you have it. See? The collar's function. It neuters you of sorts. Makes you unable to cast sauce.
Bucket on the head. Can I zoom in on this? Oh, I can zoom up there. Right. I didn't know you
For
could
your
do
own
that. But
peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
take my leave. Look at this. That is the best piece of armor I think I've ever seen in a video game. I just need to get a drill and put 2 holes in the front. Proper spy work stuff. Right, so we can't cast source. That's expected. We've been caught by the
Why did I
Magisters.
leave my calipers?
Oh wait, hang on before I go.
Seems as though there's a pattern in the blood flow.
Let me at least read this ancient book. The Source King insists there are no magics too foul, even those that would block or even remove the source within an individual. I delight in his madness. It's an invitation to manipulate all which we once believed immutable. It provides all manner of experimental subjects. The text beneath lists a series of hexes and materials required for muting source. Okay, helm, collar, masks, so they're obviously working on stopping source hunters. Sorcerers, rather.
Gods. There's been a murder here.
Oh, I should have done that in Taggart's voice. There's been a murder. Has there been a murder? Who talks to me?
A young Magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around her weapon as you pass.
I think the option was highlighted because it was closer to my cursor. That answers that why that simple thing was. Cheers.
Behind the Magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
That can't be natural.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. Peer into the room and ask what happened.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect like the rest of them. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does.
Did you know the dead man?
It's a small ship. His name was Finn. Oddball. Looked to me like he saw something he wished he hadn't before he came here. We'll find out who did it, one way or another.
Interesting. I better not loot it or open it. I better not touch it, in fact, otherwise I will get into trouble. Can we leave footprints? We can. Let's just remind me, I've also got to equip that.
There's a pattern in the blood flow.
Oh, that looks
Can't be
better.
natural.
That's Magister Waters. So before we talk to anyone, we always try and loot the entire thing. I'll have a poetry book. I'll just take all the evidence from this crime scene. No one will suspect a thing.
Ugly sight, isn't it?
That's why I'm wearing the bucket on my head.
Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwoken followed the source that did this.
What the hell is Voidwoken? Inform her that she wasn't this man's protector, she was his captor.
Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. 2 things scared the living daylights out of him. His own shadow and his own source. We'll find out who did this. Speaking of,
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. Didn't even stir.
Well, that's some good detective work right there.
You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course.
Shrug and say, maybe you can. You are a sorcerer after all.
Not with that collar on, you aren't. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up in front of a uniform. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that?
Just the one? Yes, tell her your price is considerably higher than that.
Not in here, it isn't. You let me know if you hear anything. Whoever did this is dangerous.
Curious. I know nothing about that. Alright, let's explore the ship and loot it en route. That's going to lead up to the top deck, isn't it? Let's see if that's...
No indications of a struggle.
First things first. We might be able to find some extra stuff to help us. I like a game that throws you straight into a murder mystery. Who leaves all their money in barrels in the middle of a ship? Whoa. What? How did I do that?
Yes, this is a rare kind of magic. I'll need to write to headquarters right away.
Please, Losa.
A bedroll. Do I need a bedroll? We can then camp. If I have that, I think we can camp anywhere. Use it to rest and heal your party. Understood. What if I... Oh, hang on. I've got armor because of that shirt, right? I think that's because of that. So if I do... If I right-click on this... Use... Wow, does that just instant heal as if the whole party's rested? Oh, that is nice. I remember the fight we had to heal in Divinity 1. Where you had to just spend all the time casting healing spells after a fight. Which wasn't a bad thing, but this is... That's if that's the mechanic here, that's really, really appreciated.
I'm busy watching for clues, sorcerer. Go take your sub-story somewhere else.
Magister Victor. Oh, hang
A
on.
scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on his face, he stares across at the Magister guarding him. Noticing you, he straightens and beckons for you to come closer.
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this tramp Ifan.
Now that's the guy to talk about murderers with that accent, that voice actor. Hey, Massive.
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again.
Hey, interesting. Okay. For some reason, your instinct cries out to salute, Ifan, so you do. I'm going to do that.
Ifan seems amused at the gesture, but he bats your arm down from the salute when the Magister sees what you're doing.
You served?
I might have done. I don't know. Lines say that you saluted in jest. Tell him you did indeed. You served Lucian.
Me too.
I wish I knew. This is the background of these people I'm confessing to serving.
A long, long time ago now. Long before Source became reason to leash a man like a dog.
Oh, I love the voice acting in this game. It was good in the first one. It's good so far.
He leans in and adjusts your collar with a sharp tug, balancing its weight so it no longer presses unpleasantly on your neck. He winks.
Thank you.
Pinches less that way, right?
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
Ifan's voice sounds a little bit like... who played the lead role in Gladiator? And Master and Commander? What's his name? Oh... You guys will know who I mean. You'll announce it in chat before I think of it, I know. So why do you suspect me of murder? Or why does he suspect you of murder?
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many
Russell
moons
Crowe,
ago.
thank you.
Isn't that right, Vic?
It won't be him, but it does sound a lot like him. It's a good voice.
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced Magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says nothing.
Hello, Wickrack.
Ifan grins, flashing pointed white teeth.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants.
What do you do to find yourself at the mercy of a subordinate?
Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the joy. Away from interested parties.
Still curious about the murder. Did you do it? That seems a silly thing to ask. Who's going to confess to that?
No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put a man down without good reason.
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed intensity.
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough.
Sometimes it is. Do you know anything about Fort Joy?
The Joy? I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since Bishop Alexander runs the show.
Oh, something run by a bishop. That already sounds bad in role-playing game terms.
Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself.
That's one acquaintance I'm not eager to meet.
Not eager to bow before the great Bishop Alexander, son of the divine himself. My sentiments exactly. But Vic here will blow a blood vessel if he hears you talking like that.
What are you conspiring about over there? You! What's your name?
He does look a little bit wound up, this guy, doesn't he?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet. And that bee is me.
Name?
It's, Gil.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook. He scowls at you as he stows the notebook back in his voluminous robes.
Away with you. At once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lips as he leans back against the wall.
I wonder if giving the wrong name there is going to come back to bite me later.
Maybe that has the Magister's more concern than
I might have a key for that, but I can probably get in from the other side where we're not maybe being watched as much. Alright, let's go and talk to this pirate-looking character.
A broad dwarf sits totally upright on the bench, eyes closed, palms face up on his knees. His beard is a cascade of meticulous plaits, each one braided through with golden medallions.
Takes some effort to sit palms face up. Have you ever tried it? Like I have to really twist my forearms to get my palms to face up. That is considerable effort and odd. Maybe dwarves are built differently to us. Enjoying Enlisted? Good.
He raises an eyebrow as you approach, but doesn't open his eyes.
I'll give that a go sometime soon.
Listen up, boy.
On stream.
You hear that?
Boy, telling me I ought to think twice before addressing you like a child.
He turns his head toward you, looking you up and down, and smiles before turning his attention to the ship once more.
Saying the guy with the bucket on his head.
You look like a boy to me. Listen if you're interested, or get gone if you aren't.
What am I meant to be hearing?
The ship, of course.
Quiet and listen to the sounds of the ship.
A wave of sound washes over you. The unintelligible chatter of your shipmates, the groaning of wood from floor to ceiling, the boom, crash and crackle of waves around you, complaints from the sea itself.
And?
The ship is moaning like a sick man? Didn't sound particularly like that. I'm going to say that anyway.
Sick as a leper's cat. From the state of it, I'd say she's being cared for by a bunch of beardless babes who never loved anyone but their own mums. But there's more. Listen close.
Close your eyes and try to let the ambient sounds on the ship fade away.
There now, just like that.
Squeak!
Aha!
His eyes snap open as his countenance breaks into an expression of joy. One great paw claps you on the back. The other catches you before you lose your footing.
There. You heard it, didn't you? I knew it. I knew it. Aye, this is good news, boy. Good news.
Yeah, I heard it. What's it supposed to be?
It's the wheel. The wheel. Don't you see, you beautiful idiot? Squeaks whenever the helmsman jerks it clockwise, which means we're heading east.
Is that good?
Burn my beard. That means if we've been travelling for, yes, only 10.34 nautical miles to Fort Joy.
He sounds like a navigator. Why is he so excited about reaching Fort Joy? You haven't heard anything good about the place.
No indeed, boy. But that ain't my final destination.
The dwarf leans back from the table and strokes his beard, gold medallions jingling merrily. His eyes roll over to you.
That'll be all. Thank you kindly, boy.
Say nothing but look him over before leaving. You may want to find him again inside Fort Joy. If he's hatching an escape plan you want... I'm going to go with the escape plan. We want in.
He continues stroking his beard, a beatific smile on his lips, and doesn't acknowledge you anymore.
I ain't saying nothing.
Curious. Oh, hang on. Did I not speak to... There's another source person up here. I must have walked straight past them. Anyway, there's another one here.
You one of them? A divine order lawyer?
Oh, no.
They killed a sorcerer, you know. They'll hide the evidence well enough, but make no mistake.
Gil. If that guard over there knew who Gil was, then he knows I was lying. If not, I've just got Gil in trouble. Oh, dear. Can you believe it used to give you an actual description of what you hear instead of saying a squeak? That squeak from the narrator was quite funny. He's not
It was one
interested.
of them. I know it.
Let's go and talk to this one.
You put a knuckle in it. I'm
An
trying to
elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They sound like the dry cackling of an old witch.
Snake Eyes.
Sabine. She was one of the lore characters. Maybe he was. I'm sure he was.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
May I join you?
She shakes her head.
Game for one, I'm afraid.
And people aren't very friendly on this ship.
Rolling dice. Deciding fates.
Whose fate are you deciding?
Don't worry, honey. It isn't yours.
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
If she can decide fates with dice, ask if she can read the future in cow entrails. That's probably just insulting. Let's say it.
She eyes you quite seriously.
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. One of the perks of being an elf, you see. I'm quite good at it, too. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
Decline, you don't know where her tongue has been.
She chuckles once more.
That red-cheeked refusal tells me more than licking you would.
I sensed a trap coming from there with a big pair of teeth at the end of it.
But suit yourself, darling.
Hey Tom, where's my hair gone? Yeah, I got sheared, or shorn, I think is the correct term for it. It was my 4 months of growth. Good to be gone. I'm a lot more streamlined now. I'm a lot more fuel efficient moving down the street. It works a treat, as you will well know, of course. How are you doing? Okay, who else do we talk to? And what can we steal? Right, let's work from this side of the ship and work along. We'll work... Oh, there's a whole family of sorcerers there.
Mad?
There might be some... there's another sheep. Oh, hang on. Right, the sheep will know what's going on. Sheep always know what's going on in this game.
I'm not suited for this. It's sea cow, not sea sheep.
Admire the sheep's wool and ask if you might take a bit.
Haven't got any shears, have you? People these days.
Okay, I was going to ask if it saw a murder. You could ask anything of animals in the previous one, more or less. Take that. Oh, is that? Oh, it's lemonade. All right, this is going to take some
Carrying on.
You
talking
look like
to.
my daddy. His name is Frida. He's waiting for me at home.
Frida's a bit of a woman's name, isn't it?
Do you know Losa? She's a really good singer. I'm better though. Listen. La la.
Enough.
You're a human, like me. That means we're friends already. My mum told me not to make friends with lizards and elves and dwarves and stuff. But I think they're okay.
Yeah, I think you'll like this game, Tom. I think this is your sort of thing. Just because I think this is so good, it's probably hard not to like.
Ah, there you are. Husband.
Husband?
Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical.
Play along and take her arm with a grin. Squint at the lot of them. Who's Losa? Say she must have you confused with someone else. Look at the passel of dirty kids and say they seem well enough like brats like you. Let's play along.
How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be confused with anyone else. What? What's so funny?
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
Okay, she's owned up.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flatly.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
It's true enough. Losa, you presume?
You presume right.
Ask if she knows anything about the murder that happened on board. Oh, tell her she ought to have a look around with me. You can watch each other's backs. Yes, that's a good idea. I'll do the murder thing first.
Nope. Trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Come and join me.
Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it.
What makes you think a guy with a bucket on his head isn't elite ship gang material?
You take care, though.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens into a cruel sneer. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear. She smiles as though no change came over her.
Oh God, we want to be careful talking to her then.
Good luck, Chief.